I think we should talk about Chris Pratt. I think we should talk about Tomorrow War, The Tomorrow War, his new movie that came out on Amazon Prime. I would highly recommend, if you do have Amazon Prime, that you go ahead and do just give it a watch. I personally, before we even get into all the critics, everything like that, I think that it's an okay movie. I think that it has some problems. I think that the last third of the movie, it's a little long. I think it should have ended a little bit earlier. But overall, I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's a popcorn flick. There's not enough movies like this out there. There's not enough movies where it's about not only some badass scenes, some action, but also just a message about family and how important family is. Because at the end of the day, that is what this movie is about. It's about a man and what he's deciding to do for his family. And in the process, of course, he's saving the fucking world. But a lot of people have a problem with that because a lot of people don't like Chris Pratt. Now, why don't they like Chris Pratt? Well, it's not because of the movies he's in. It's because of who he is as a person. It's because they see Chris Pratt as someone that doesn't align with the far left echo chamber. They see Chris Pratt as a guy who, encourages a lot of other people to stand by the U.S. military on Flag Day. It's someone who records himself and his children saying the Pledge of Allegiance and putting that out there. He's a person who is proud of his country, who is a devout Christian and very vocal about that. That is why so many people in Hollywood do not like Chris Pratt. That is why Robert Downey Jr. had to come and defend this man when so many weirdos on Twitter and online were trying to cancel him and label him as something that he is not. Chris Pratt has been under the gun for a very long time from these woke weirdos, the echo chamber losers. But when you look at the Tomorrow War, you can see there's a really big divide right now between critics and the audience score. Now, whenever this happens, whenever there's some type of divide like this, I think everybody in this chat would probably say, wow, I should probably check out what the audience thinks because this doesn't make any sense. And if the critics think it's bad, well, then the audience must be right and it's probably not too bad. Again, my opinion on the movie is it's an okay movie. You know what I mean? I don't inherently have a problem with it. There are definitely some things that involves time travel that's done okay. But anytime you have time travel, there's going to be some logical fallacies and things like that. Could some of the lines have been written a little bit better? Yes. Did some of the plot drag a bit? Yes. But overall, it was a fun movie. I enjoyed watching it. And it has a great message about family and about a straight white male doing things for his family. And I think that's one of the reasons the critics had such a big problem with it. You can see what some of the people are saying. It's panned as garbage pizza and Starship Troopers for dummies by critics. And you can see they've collected a bunch, right? A bunch of different criticisms of this movie over here on Yahoo Entertainment. People that are coming after Chris Pratt either because maybe they just don't like the movie, or a lot of them just don't like Chris Pratt. If it had been someone else in this role, they'd probably have been okay with it. But the fact that it's Chris Pratt, and we have this history involved with Chris Pratt of people not liking him, of critics not liking him, of people in the Hollywood echo chamber not liking him, and these blue check marks coming after him and bringing him down simply because they think he's a Trump supporter. Is he? I don't know. Probably. I would hazard a guess that he was, but it doesn't matter. I can enjoy a movie with Robert Downey Jr. in it, even though I have really no idea the way he votes. I think I probably do, considering what he's said and things he's done in the past, but it doesn't matter because when I'm looking and I'm going to watch a movie, they're pretending to be someone else. So what Chris Pratt believes in real life shouldn't really affect my enjoyment of on screen as long as that's not pushed into the movies. And that is the problem we're having today in Hollywood and in entertainment. In so many of these franchises, with these IPs, with these movies, it's getting pushed into the movie itself. The beliefs of the directors, the beliefs of the actors, the beliefs of everyone involved is getting pushed into this movie and onto you, especially since 2016. This movie doesn't have any of that. This movie has diversity. This movie has inclusion. This movie has military. This movie has family. This movie has all these different things. It's not preaching to you. It's simply telling a story. Whether you like that story or not is up to you. There's no preachiness involved. It's just a fun movie that is intended to be fun and intended to make you feel a little bit something if you care at all about your family. And that, I think, is a good thing. That's something we need more of. Not the best movie in the world, not the worst by any stretch of the imagination, and definitely not deserving of the way that some people are coming after Chris Pratt for this movie. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.